from that particular object, right? So from the parchment or from the ink. So that's a process by which we can have a rough estimate as to when something is dated by. So for example, the Birmingham portfolio has been carbon dated between, say, around 570, and 645.
Is
that's
that
a problem for
Muslims.
Wait. Because that means if you take...
Is anyone timing? Only 5 minutes is got, right? Start timing.
Listen.
Start timing. Start timing. He only has 5 minutes.
Listen. Which is a common example, thing that you do in academia.
I have to leave, guys. So
see you later.
One thing, just one thing.
You are living with your
No.
With your mouth, Jesus is Lord.
Then you go to hell. Then you go to hell. Yes, then you go to hell. Yeah. Then you go to hell. Then you go to hell.
I thought you believed in Jesus.
Right. So now, let me interrupt you for 1 second. I apologize. Why do we choose the BP from the 1950s when we talk about carbon dating? Why is the year 1950 chosen for BP? Do you know what BP is in relation to carbon dating?
I'm talking about the Islamic manuscript.
I am talking about the principles of carbon dating. So now, within these principles, we choose the year 1950 as a BP. Now tell me what that means.
You haven't addressed what I've said.
Look, we are addressing how much knowledge you have on the subject matter.
Just went on and on about what the Birmingham portfolio is.
I am not talking about the Italian manuscript.
So in 19, so 20.
Chris,
yes?
Chris, listen.
Now, I'm telling you about...
No, listen, Toko.
Listen. About radio
Stop. We are talking about the principles of radiocarbon dating. So you need to know what the principles are. So let me ask you again. First question. Why did we choose the year 1950 when it comes to BP years?
What is the relevance of this?
Because that will demonstrate whether you know about carbon dating or not.
I literally just described what it is.
Okay, tell me.
Okay, so
if you are... Listen, Chris.
18, 19, 20.
Chris.
I told you the medium range of that is 610. That's a scholarly average that you take. That would mean that Revelation was revealed around the same time.
Stop, Chris. Stop.
There. Do you want to know what? I just quoted scholarly material.
Listen, Chris.
It's not enough.
Chris, and those of you listening, my specific question to someone who thinks he knows about carbon dating, my question to you...
Just debate what I'm saying. I'm not here for a lecture.
I'm going to ask him. Look.
Chris, made an argument. Respond to my argument.
Chris, this debate, my sister in humanity, is to establish whether this gentleman called Chris knows about the subject matter.
I don't need to.
Right. So, my question number one, I repeat again. Why did we choose 1950 as a year, and what does BP mean?
Why is the dating of the Birmingham portfolio averaged to around 610? Why?
Okay, so he doesn't know the answer. Right. So now, if anyone knew anything about carbon dating, they would know what BP means. Do you know what BP means?
Bro,
do you know?
I'm not here for your lecture.
Do you know what BP means? Does he know what BP means?
This is an attack on character.
Oh, I don't want you to. Look, he's Googling. He's Googling to tell him. Okay, don't Google. Right.
I told you.
Right.
I spoke for a few minutes about the Birmingham.
My next question, to know whether this gentleman, the next question to understand whether he knows about carbon dating is to talk about the 1 sigma and 2 sigma variations. What are the differences between 1 sigma and 2 sigma?
I just told you, using the method of carbon dating.
What is the difference between 1 sigma and 2 sigma?
The Birmingham portfolio, which is 18, 19,
Hello,
20.
Chris.
He won't address
what is the difference?
He knows that his scholars
What is the difference between 1 sigma and 2 sigma?
The Uthmanic Codex is completely destroyed as a narrative because of the Birmingham.
You know what, brother?
Radiocarbon dating.
I think you know what.
Have a massive
you know
problem,
what?
And he won't address it because he has to attack me.
Chris,
look,
intelligent Chris. Look,
I
asked him how many questions. How many times have I asked him questions? 2 questions. In terms of understanding someone's knowledge base about radiocarbon dating, one second. The very basics of radiocarbon dating, he should know what 1 sigma.
Did you study it?
Wait, anyone. You don't need a degree or PhD.
You don't need a degree.
Do you understand, Chris?
yeah, so we're on the same level.
Listen.
Right, great. Anyway, the
I am.
portfolio.
Listen.
You won't answer my question.
Chris.
You won't answer my question.
Chris, do you know what this debate is about?
Do you know what palimpsest
No,
is?
it's about
Do you
you
know what
getting
Wait.
off the topic.
Do you know what this debate is about?
Do you know
I
what
agreed
palimpsest
to debate for 5 minutes to demonstrate
To attack my
whether,
character.
not character,
To attack my
whether
character.
you know about the subject
Ad hominem
matter.
is an example of a fallacious
Okay,
argument.
what have I
This
attacked
man
him? Excuse me.
demonstrates it
What have I
beautifully.
attacked him? What did I say about him, each person?
Changing the subject.
Excuse me.
You won't
What did I
address
say?
what I'm saying.
I
What is
am
the
about
palimpsest?
to demonstrate
What's a palimpsest?
whether he knows about the subject matter. Right.
What is a
Okay,
palimpsest?
brother. Jazak Allah Khair. Thank you. So now, firstly,
is a
no,
palimpsest?
it is a debate about whether you know about the subject. So
I literally just told you. I told you. I just gave you the Birmingham portfolio discovered in 2015. Yes, it's currently hosted
Right.
in Birmingham.
My final question. My final question to establish.
What's a palimpsest?
Look.
What is a palimpsest?
I'm asking. I am the
you
one
tell me.
asking.
What's a palimpsest?
Listen, Chris.
Tell me now.
No.
Let's see if he knows.
The debate was me asking you questions to establish. Right.
Answer his question.
Now hear me
What's a
out.
palimpsest?
Hear me
What's a
out.
palimpsest?
My final question. My
What
final.
is it?
Listen.
He doesn't know the subject matter.
My
guys.
final
He doesn't
question-
know what a palimpsest is.
If I didn't know the
See how
subject matter,
silly
why is
that
he so interested to talk
It's
to
an
me?
attack of character.
Look, if I didn't know the subject matter, why would someone be foolish to talk to me then?
Because you're an idiot.
What are you
And people
talking
will
about?
assume you easy.
Look.
What's the topic?
Now that's not ad hominem. That's not
No,
insulting
I'm not
character.
saying your argument is wrong, I'm saying you're an idiot.
Okay, he's just calling me an idiot, right? And we have now a Christian apologist,
20 times
wannabe. He
Okay,
wants
one
to.
of him.
He wants to debate with idiots. Wow.
No, I want to debate
Right.
the very best.
All right. Okay.
Are
Now,
you a man
okay.
of knowledge?
So
On
now,
this topic, are you a man of
my
knowledge?
final question.
Are you a man
All
of
you gotta
knowledge?
do is
Chris,
tell us what the topic is.
Chris, my final question.
What do you want to debate?
My final
Why
question.
don't you answer?
My final question to you. Are you
You've never
listening?
answered a single one
Are
of
you
my
listening to
questions.
my final question?
You can't debate me, can you?
Are you listening to my final question? My final question is,
Terrified of debating.
when it comes to
This is your day.
when it comes to the dating of manuscripts, do we take the mean, median, or average?
What is a palimpsest?
I'm asking you the question.
Look, guys, is this what you want? Is this really what you want? Or do you want an actual argument? Do you want an actual argument?
Stop.
He won't
Do
debate.
you know Jay Smith made the blunder, and he's going to learn from him,
You've
right?
made blunders.
Right.
This man has been on
Okay.
camera and
Okay.
said no Quran differs, letter by letter,
Excuse me?
word by word. That's a
So when
lie,
it comes
and
to
he knows it's a
okay,
lie.
so when it
Wanna
comes
talk about
to
it? Let's talk about
the
the Quran.
radiocarbon dating,
Let's talk about the Quran.
when it comes to the
When you talk
radiocarbon
about this, when you
dating,
talk about this.
do we take
What's
the
a
mean,
palimpsest?
the median,
What's a
the
palimpsest?
average? What do we take? What do you take?
All the modes.
Okay. So have you heard him? Excuse me.
There you are.
Wait.
There you are then. There you
Okay.
are.
The 5 minutes is
They use
over.
trickery
One
and
second.
They target those
Wait.
who are new to the corner.
Excuse me.
This is the example of the
Okay.
day.
Chris,
You won't engage with me.
did you answer any of my questions?
Did you answer any of mine?
Okay.
I literally
Okay.
gave you an argument.
Do you want me to answer your questions?
Right, yeah, here we go.
Good.
First one,
Before you
what's a palimpsest?
stop. Before you do that, remember what we agreed on? I said.
never agreed on anything.
Okay,
I just
no.
wanted to debate
Wait. Before I debate anyone, I try to establish whether the person knows the subject matter or not. Did I not say that to you?
Really?
Thank
Did you
you.
come to the
Now,
conclusion? This is an expert.
and then,
Did you come to the conclusion?
stop, don't interrupt. And then, I said the reason why I don't want to debate Chris is because he doesn't know the subject matter. Did I say that?
What's the subject?
You're
Thank you.
attacking my
I said
character.
right,
I'm not
right.
addressing the
And then what I
arguments that
said.
made.
Now let us debate for 5 minutes to establish.
We haven't debated. We haven't
Wait,
even debated.
please
You
be
just
fair.
said-
Be fair. What did I say? I'm going to establish. Do you know what I said? It's all on tape. I said, I am going to establish whether Chris knows about the subject matter. Did I not say that? Did I not say that?
Why don't you just argue?
Sorry, did I not say that? Hang on. Did I not say that? Yes, I did. So now I asked him 3 questions. Hang on, please. Sorry, I apologize. I asked him 3 questions to establish whether he knows the subject matter. I asked him about BP and 1950, year 1950.
What's a palimpsest?
Hang on. I asked, look, I asked him that, right? Then I asked him, stop.
Who knows the most terminology?
Hang on,
That's the argument.
stop. It's not my argument.
Wait, by your logic then, if
And
you
then
can't
I
answer
asked
the
him,
question, you are not
what is the
personal
difference
knowledge.
between 1 sigma and 2 sigma? The third question I asked him, when it comes to dating,
You made me. You made me.
listen, and when it comes to dating, do we take, okay, hang on, wait, okay. Answer my 3 questions and I'll answer yours.
Okay, no, I'm not playing this. Answer these 3 questions.
No, answer my 3 questions and I'll answer yours. I will answer his questions if he answers my 3 questions
Wait,
first.
his argument is because I can't give an answer for a technical definition, therefore I'm not worthy of
Not
debate.
definition.
I gave the same to you.
Not
he also
definition.
can't meet it.
Not
By his same
definitions.
Logic, he
Look.
himself is not worthy of debate. in this topic.
Chris, I said to all the cameras, I will, God willing, answer his questions only provided that he answers my questions. Right. So now answer the question number 1.
No, you answer my
Why
question.
do we use 1950 year?
Why isn't palimpsest?
Hang on. I said I will answer.
Answer now.
No, I will answer only if he answers mine.
Waffling.
Do you know the Okay.
I don't care.
Do you know?
what a
Do you know the answer to my
Because that's not
question?
essential to my argument.
Do you know the answer to
I'm
my
not
question?
interested in attacking your character. I'm interested
Do you
in
know?
debating.
Do you know the answer to my
Why are you
questions?
only interested in attacking my character?
I haven't attacked your character
You
yet.
actually said, I don't think he's even worth debating. Here's how I'm going to evaluate that he's not even worth debating.
So do you know the
That's
subject
an attack
matter?
on me.
Do you know the subject matter?
Why don't you just debate me?
Okay. Do you know the subject? Do you know the subject? Do you know the principles?
I did have to reset this
Brother,
debate on many times.
do you know the principles of radiocarbon dating?
Listen, I want to debate.
Do you know the principles of radiocarbon
You know what
dating?
palimpsest is?
I'm asking you, Chris. You are not asking me what I know. I'm asking you what you know.
Yeah, because you a question as
Look.
well, and then people
Look,
realise
the
you don't know
dispute
either.
is whether you know the subject matter or not, not
Mansur is
me.
going to go home and he's going to Google what a palimpsest is.
Chris, do you know the principles of radiocarbon
Why
dating?
don't you debate my argument?
Do you know the principle of radiocarbon dating?
Debate my argument.
Okay, so now you don't know. Okay, I'm making a claim. He doesn't
What a
know.
palimpsest is.
He doesn't know what a BP here
I don't
is.
know what a palimpsest is. What's a palimpsest?
Okay, does he know what?
What's a palimpsest?
Excuse me. Does he know? Listen, brother, listen. Because this discussion and debate was about whether Chris even knows about the subject matter, so he
And I
needs to
literally read
demonstrate
off
that.
about the burn, about when it was discovered,
Okay.
what sorrows.
Do you know the principles?
Focus on him.
Do you know the principles? Do you know the? Do you know?
According to scholars.
So now
It
it is
no idea.
evidently clear,
No idea.
evidently clear
No idea.
that he doesn't know anything about
That
it.
means that you can destroy him.
Convince Steve. Steve,
Destroyed.
Debate him. Don't
debate me. This is how I know
Stop,
you will
stop.
never debate me
Stop,
because you will
stop,
never ever
stop.
win a debate.
Answer my questions.
You will never
Answer
win
the
a
questions.
debate. What's a palimpsest?
Answer the questions.
You will never win a debate.
Answer the questions.
You have demonstrated you don't have knowledge. And you
Answer.
have demonstrated you are afraid of debate.
Chris.
If you weren't, you would have just debated me.
I am afraid of debating someone who doesn't know the subject matter. Brother, excuse me. Do you want to go behind the camera with it? Because you're not very patient, are you? Thank you. Okay, Chris, listen. Stop that. Excuse me. Okay, Chris, did I say to you, are you listening? Did I say to you, so your question, once you answer questions. So now, answer my first question. What is,
Am I on
why,
mastermind? I don't need to answer these questions.
you need to answer
I
them.
need to debate
because,
with
because you haven't got a clue about radiocarbon dating.
I literally gave you an
You haven't got a clue about radiocarbon dating.
Portfolio. I told you
You
the
haven't got a
source.
clue
I
about
told you
radiocarbon
the fact of how the
dating.
material or the ink is dated based on the levels of
Okay.
carbon. It gives you
Anyone-
an approximation
Anyone
of
who
when
knows
the
about
actual
radiocarbon
object came
dating,
about.
listen.
We're addressing.
Okay. Anyone who knows about radiocarbon dating should know the difference between
us a
1
lecture.
sigma and 2 sigma. What is the difference? What is the difference? Chris, what is the difference between 1 sigma and 2 sigma?
What's a palimpsest?
Anyone who is sincere and genuine and knowledgeable about the subject matter of carbon dating should say, yeah, let me tell you about 1 sigma and 2 sigma. The 1 sigma is,
Sincere about the same topic, we know what a palimpsest is, so answer.
listen,
Answer.
are you trying to ascertain my knowledge on the subject, or am I trying to ascertain your knowledge?
I'm trying to ascertain yours as well as you're trying to ascertain
No,
mine.
the debate wasn't for
you don't know
that.
anything.
The
You don't know
debate we started from, watch the tape. The debate started
because
to
you
see
know, you target
whether
those
you
who
know
don't
the subject
what they're
matter.
talking
Chris,
about. You target those who are new in the faith.
Chris,
You don't go for people who are knowledgeable.
Chris,
That's not
when
good.
it comes to radiocarbon
Shameful.
dating,
Shameful.
do we take the median date?
What's a palimpsest?
Nothing to do with the religion.
You literally have no idea.
A palimpsest. Okay, educate me. Educate me. Come on. Educate me.
You don't know.
No, educate me. Educate me.
You don't know.
I don't think you know either. Educate me.
Do you want to do it? All right, here we go. A palimpsest is the underlying written text that's underneath an overlaying text on a manuscript. That's what a palimpsest is.
Okay. So wait. So I okay. Hang on.
Guys,
So
guys. Come on.
Wait. So now,
you
good. So,
Can we now have a debate?
Wait.
Can we now have a
So
debate?
you have educated me. Hang on.
Have I proved that I know enough?
No.
Oh no.
You ready?
I didn't meet his
You ready?
I lost a mastermind with Mansur.
So because now you're ready to prove to me. Now tell me, when it comes to radiocarbon dating, do we take the median date?
We could have had.
Do we take the median date?
30-minute debate by now.
Listen.
We could have had a debate. I don't care. Look, dude.
Okay. Do we take the median date?
He knows he's going to lose.
Okay.
Let's talk about the Quran.
Hang on. So when I watched one of your debates with a Muslim, listen.
You did.
When I watched
It's an
it,
attack on me again.
listen.
It is an attack
Listen.
on me. I have a funny feeling it's an attack on me.
I'm just telling you what I listened to.
Okay.
So I listened to you talking about how we date through radiocarbon dating and press, and you talked about median date. So now, can you educate me? Do we take the median dates when it comes to radiocarbon dating?
Why don't you talk about the Birmingham portfolio?
Can you?
Has a carbon, radiocarbon dating that precedes
Chris, this discussion will settle that you have no clue what you're talking about. So educate me now on number 2 question.
I made my
Do
argument.
we take the median date?
Let me make my argument.
Chris,
He won't let you make
when it comes to dating, radiocarbon dating, do we take the average? Do we take the average?
You're playing this whole...
No, I'm asking you. Do you know about it?
You didn't know what a palimpsest was.
When did I say I didn't know?
You literally went, what is it then?
No,
I had to tell you and you went, okay.
I asked you to educate. No. I wanted to establish whether you knew. So now, I want to know whether you know about radiocarbon dating.
Right. So I just...
When it comes to, let me ask you again, one more time. When we take the date... Okay, last time then. Very good.
Make an argument, finally.
Okay.
I want to make an argument.
How do we date?
Listen,
How do we date? Which date do we take?
Listen.
Which date?
Radiocarbon...
Chris, which date do we take when it comes to radiocarbon dating?
Must match, not Tinder.
Which date do we take? Which date do we take?
Listen, carbon dating to arrange, yes?
And which date do we take?
Listen. You can
Listen
take
carefully.
Listen.
Listen carefully.
Of that range, yes, there is a earliest range and a latest range. And this is up for debate based on what you're actually measuring.
What do they mean?
For example, the Birmingham portfolio measured the parchment.
No, what do they mean? What do they mean earlier and later range?
You can take-
What does it mean?
You can take any point between these two dates. Now you could take an average if you wanted to. That might be a good
What do the scholars do?
Well, you can take an average, that'd be one method.
What do the scholars do?
A scholar will take this into account as one of the accurate ways.
What date do the scholars take?
Another way of dating manuscripts
No.
is you look at the
What
script.
date do the scholars
Let me
take?
give you an answer.
Okay, listen.
So, the Hijazi script is one of the earliest forms of Arabic script that we know. That's why when we look at things that are in the Hijazi script, like the Birmingham portfolio manuscripts are, we know they're early. Combined with the radiocarbon date, we can give a range. Now, the range by carbon dating is between 570 and 645. That's a problem because if you take the earlier range, that means before Muhammad had a revelation in the Hira cave. That will mean the Islamic narrative is false. That's my argument. Now, address that argument.
What date?
I think after making
Listen.
us wait 30 minutes.
Wait. Chris. So, listen carefully now. So, no. We have asked that. Right. So now, you talked about.
I said something.
Chris,
response.
the earlier range and the later range.
Right.
What do they mean?
There are the possible ranges at which from that test, and the test can be wrong because you can do multiple carbon dating tests.
No. What does it?
Also depends. I'm literally explaining what.
You're explaining. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so again, there are different tests that you can do, and some will give different results. But the general premise is that you can say that this is evidence for a particular range dating. Yes.
Okay.
Understand that?
So
right. So one.
Look, clarify to me. Educate me on this.
Right.
So, can we take any date from
Why am I
this range?
teaching this guy? I just wanted to debate.
Hey.
Now he's like, actually,
Chris,
PowerPoint.
Chris,
shall I just start doing a PowerPoint presentation?
Chris, can we take any date from the range?
You could take anything from there as being a potentiality, yes.
Yeah. So what about taking the middle range at the middle?
You could do that, yes.
Yeah. What do the scholars do?
Listen, well, it depends, because certain scholars...
Any scholar.
So, for example, there are Islamic scholars that
No,
don't like
any
listen
scholar.
to what I'm saying. So, the Uthmanic copy came from when? Do you know this? Where did Uthman produce his...
So when it comes to taking the date... When it comes to the dates, the scholars take. Wait. When the scholars take the dates, look. Any Chris, listen. When we date any Quranic manuscripts or any manuscripts already carbon dating me, right? Carefully. Listen, I am answering. Okay, tell me. Right, listen. Right. Move back a little bit. Okay. So when we have
Use that every time.
so when we have the scholars, do they take the?
Well, no, you can take any point within that range.
I'm asking you, do the scholars?
Take any point. So, for example,
Listen, Chris. Can I clarify my question to you? Is that okay? Is that okay to clarify the question?
I asked you about Uthman.
Like,
because that was
do the scholars, Chris, do the scholars take a median dating?
There are different ways you can do it.
Now I'm asking you.
One way is you can take
Name me a scholar who takes the average.
You can do that.
Name me a scholar who does.
You can do that, I'm telling you.
Name me a scholar who says you can.
There are other scholars that take the parts within that date.
Name me a scholar who can. Wait.
That's not my argument.
Wait. No. What I'm establishing, Chris, perhaps you didn't know, because this is being on tape. So the
You
people.
don't know a lot of things. You know
Listen.
what palimpsest is.
Wait.
You know when Uthman put his
I didn't say I didn't know about palimpsest.
No, you waited until I told you, and then you went, oh.
No, I wanted you to tell me. Likewise, likewise, Chris.
So shifty.
Listen, Chris. Likewise, I want you to tell me what the scholars say about taking the median
There are
date.
some scholars
Like
that
who?
don't take any point.
Like who?
Dr. I can't pronounce the name.
Try again. Google it or take on your notes, because I want to have that scholar.
Wait, listen.
I want to know the scholar who says you can take one date from that range.
I'm not making the argument.
No. You said you understand radiocarbon dating. There are scholars who will take one particular
There are
date.
also scholars that won't.
Wait. I want to talk about.
Dude, you can't make me say something I'm not saying.
Why are you watching TV?
I'm telling
No,
you.
I want to know,
Okay,
Chris,
can I make an argument?
I want to know which scholar.
No, can't make your
No, you can, but I want to know first of
I
all, which scholar, please tell me. The whole
I'm
world
not
wants to
interested
know.
on being in your question show.
Which scholar says it's okay to take a.
Scholars have a varied opinion about what point you take the date. Do you understand?
Can you take any one date from this?
Within the range, yes. Because it's within the range of the carbon dating. As long as it doesn't contradict other evidence.
Sure.
For example, the Hijazi script, yes? We know that Hijazi...
Stop.
Listen, no, I need to give an answer.
Before you answer...
I can't give an answer to you.
Before you answer...
No, let me answer.
Okay.
So,
Answer.
the
Please answer.
Uthmanic copy, do you know when that came about?
Educate me. Right, go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to let you ask, because I don't think you know.
Carry on.
And
Tell me.
I'm sick of having to, like...
Tell me.
I'm sick of
Tell
being
me.
said I don't know
Tell me.
things.
Tell me. What is it?
And then, no, I'm not doing it. I already told you what a
Okay.
process is.
So you don't want to tell me?
You don't know.
You don't want to tell me? That's fine.
All right,
so let
fine,
me.
I won't tell you.
Okay.
Well,
Don't tell me.
you tell me.
No. You tell me.
It's his own religion.
Okay. So now.
He won't tell me his own religion.
Chris.
All right, okay,
So
let's
which
get to
scholar
the-
takes
Right.
one date
So
from this range?
Because of the date of the Uthmanic copy,
Yeah.
this is difficult because it falls outside that range given by the carbon dating.
Mm-hmm.
This makes it problematic because if you take any point within that range, you're now having to say that there is a copy of the Quran that predates the Uthmanic copy, which does not accord with the traditional Islamic view. That's my argument.
Okay.
Now,
So
address
wait.
my
I'm
argument.
going to address your argument. Firstly, how can I address an argument which is faulty? Let me tell you
Why
why.
is it faulty?
I'm going to tell you.
Mate, it took us half an hour. to get
Look,
here.
I'm going to tell you why it's faulty. You have just demonstrated that you have no understanding of what radiocarbon dating is. And now let me tell you why.
Dude, you don't know what a concept is. Like, why are we doing this?
Hang on. Wait, I'm going to demonstrate to you.
Attacking my character?
I'm not attacking your character.
Logic.
I'm
Logic and
demonstrating
reason.
you're ignorant about it.
Right, so again, attacking my character.
I'm not attacking your character.
You're literally-
If you demonstrate I don't know something about something, it doesn't mean you're attacking my character.
Of course it does. You're saying that you won't debate me because you're saying I don't know enough. That's an attack on my character.
No, that's not an
Address
attack
my
on
arguments.
anything.
Yes, it
So here it is. So tell me again, name me one scholar that you remember, or you can pull up, that can take one date. Let's say they take, okay, I'm going to take the date.
Do you know the
Wait,
ranges?
Sorry.
Do you know the ranges?
I'm speaking now. Name me one scholar who can say, I'm going to take the date of 650 as the date of that manuscript. Just one date. Wait. Remember what he said. You can take anything on that range, right? Right.
That's not in the range.
Wait.
Do you know what the ranges are? Okay.
Imagine you have 500 and 700. Listen, listen.
Is he actually answering the
Chris, I'm answering. Give me the range. No,
I'm not good. No, he's asking me for the range.
Okay, let me give you the range.
Okay, yeah.
Hypothetically, brother, please. Hypothetically, if you have a manuscript dated between 500 and 700,
Tell me the range. Of the
listen, Chris.
Tell me the date.
Listen, I'm establishing principles.
He's establishing principles.
Yes. So if you have a manuscript that has a range between 500 and 700,
That's not the carbon dating.
You said you weren't going to ask a question.
Tell me.
listen.
20 minutes ago.
Do you know this topic?
What do you think?
Well, given that you didn't know what a palimpsest was.
When did I say I didn't know what palimpsest?
I had to tell you.
No, I asked you to define it. Does that mean I didn't know? When a teacher asks you what is a palimpsest, Chris says the teacher doesn't know. Well done, well done, well done.
Ask the student. For the answer.
Okay, Chris. Now, when you have a manuscript, give me a dating of any manuscript. Give me the range of any
I
manuscript.
think you can't actually address that.
Hang on, give me dating of any range. Give me any range. Go on.
I'm not going to tell you. You should already know because you're supposed
Listen,
to be a higher person.
I am going to demonstrate to
Given that
you,
he's attacked my character.
Chris. If you have a range,
Tell me the range.
Chris. Scholar.
Those cameras.
Okay.
Don't get your phone out.
No, I want to show you something. I want to show you a video. I'm going to show you a video. Do you know video?
His phone out. I've been telling him. Listen.
Wait.
What are you googling?
I'm not Googling. So now, this is about radiocarbon dating, people. Look, listen. Silence, please, silence. No, it's not my video. Scholars. So now, I'm going to show it to you.
Appealing to scholars because he himself admits.
No. I am going to now,
Apparently, I don't know enough.
Chris, for the record, I am going to get the scholars refuting you. I'm going to get the scholars refuting you.
Refuting what?
Refuting your ignorance when it comes to
All I've
dating.
literally said is that here are the dates for the particular common dating of the Birmingham.
Which is what?
I'm not telling you because I don't think you know.
Oh, you don't remember?
And you've literally said it like 3 times.
What was it? What was it?
You don't know.
No, tell me, what was
The
it?
dating.
Okay.
He's telling me I'm
Chris,
ignorant, but he doesn't know.
Chris,
Can't answer a single
do you know Hyde Sidki? And do you know Gabriel Reynolds?
Keep asking him, do you know?
Okay, do you know him?
Wait, you can't answer.
Fine. Those of you,
Asking you, do you know?
brother,
He asked you a question. Answer his question.
Right.
Stop asking.
those of you who are interested in radiocarbon dating, IQSA, International Quranic Studies Association, invited a scholar, and invited by who? Gabriel Said Reynolds, a Christian scholar. I'm addressing. Listen carefully, I'm addressing.
Tell me why I'm wrong.
And for people like yourself, very knowledgeable, egotistic, right? Right. Good. People like
You're
you.
apparently amazing up there.
Listen.
Mr. I don't know what a palimpsest is.
Chris, listen. He's
know what to do
addressing.
with my copy.
He's addressing the precise question that I was addressing. That do you know which date we take? You said there are some scholars who will take one particular date in the middle or anywhere in the range. Did you not say that?
It's important to understand.
Did you not say that?
My argument is this, Mansur. The Uthmanic copy came about at a particular time.
We are talking.
It's important.
Okay.
But the dating does not cover that. In other words, if you accept the carbon dating, you have to accept that there were copies of the out before the Uthmanic recension. That is my argument.
Okay. In response, I'll address it. Listen.
Finally.
What I'm addressing is this principle.
Do I know what the...
Chris, I'll address it. Firstly, the manuscripts that you're referring to is which one? Which one?
Of what surahs? Many
Wait.
times.
Surah 20?
Yes, that's one. What are the others?
Ah, Surah 20 dated. Right.
What's the other?
Do you know?
What's the others?
Do you know which labs they're dated in?
I don't think he actually knows.
Okay. Do you know which labs dated them?
Dude.
Do you know this?
You-
Do you know that?
Dude.
What do you know?
I keep asking
What do you know?
They were
What do you
dated.
know?
They were dated by
What
Leon.
surahs?
Leon.
What
Wait.
surahs are they?
I'm going to tell you.
tell me now.
Hang on. The manuscripts that we are talking about, dated by Oxford.
Okay, that's not an answer to my question.
Who dated them?
That's not an answer to my question.
No.
What surahs are we talking
You tell
about?
me. Hang on, tell me.
Why don't
You tell me.
Is this the best
No,
you have?
you tell me. Wait. You tell me. Tell me.
I have already mentioned many times in this debate. Rewind the camera
which surah
when
is
I
it?
mention the surahs.
Which surah is
Rewind
it?
the camera.
Which surah was it? Okay. So, you know what? I will find out later when I rewind. But what I want to ask you is, which labs dated it? Chris, I'm asking you a question. Which labs dated it? Which lab?
Is it I have to jump through your hoops? But when I ask you questions about
Look,
it, I don't know.
in the principle of radiocarbon dating, do you know it's important to know which labs dated
I
it?
think you've shown that you yourself
Do you know? Do you know it is important to know which labs dated it?
I had to tell you what a contest was. You don't know when the Uthmanic copy came about. You don't know particular surahs which are in the Birmingham portfolio.
Did I ever say I didn't know?
I'm asking you, do you know?
Did I ask you? I do know.
You do know, then tell me.
No. I tell you, before I tell you, hang on.
Okay, he's going to tell me. He's going to tell me.
Before I tell him,
Okay, he's going to tell me.
is it important to know which
Is it
manuscripts?
important to know which surahs are in the Birmingham
And what
portfolio?
their shoe size is.
How does a content of a surah determine the age of a manuscript? Tell me.
No, because those particular surahs have particular content in it which copies previous stories found in other documents. Anyway,
So
there's an
even
answer.
listen,
Now,
even if it's
answer
surah
my
8,
question.
even if it was surah 18, even if it's surah 18,
which one?
I listen. What I'm telling you,
Tell me the surahs.
whenever we are dating a manuscript, hang on, whenever we're dating manuscripts, I'm asking you, is it important to know which labs dated it and why?
Why is that relevant to what I've asked you?
Oh, I'm going to tell you. Because if you have a very bad laboratory, and it doesn't have the right quality standards,
You reject the carbon dating.
hey, listen. If you have a bad lab and it has no good quality standards, then this dating, the results, listen, the results will be rejected by scholars.
Do you reject the results?
Listen,
Very simple question.
the results,
Do you reject the results?
I am answering. I'm going to answer.
You've been answering for some time.
I am
You
answering.
still haven't answered.
If you're patient enough, I'll tell you.
Well, how long?
So,
It's been like,
hang
how long
on.
has it been?
Be patient then. So we have, for example,
No, you don't want to debate. You don't want to waste time.
okay, so now a particular manuscript, please, a particular manuscript, for example, of Sana, is dated.
Yes.
And it has several date ranges. Right. Do you know which labs dated it?
I know about the Sana manuscript.
Which labs dated it?
Rough dating of which is
Do you know which labs dated
Why
it?
is that relevant?
Because, as I mentioned to you, the quality of doing the experiment.
Do you reject the dating?
Scholars do.
So you do.
Scholars
I
do.
want to know your argument.
Okay, my argument is
Okay, fine.
the scholars will reject the dating if it's not coming from a reputable lab with good quality standards.
So you
For example,
reject the Birmingham portfolio
listen,
dating.
for example, when we dated the Sana manuscripts by Chris, I'm telling you, learn something now.
yes
Learn
or no.
something now.
Just
By
say yes or no,
Oxford,
Mansur.
by Zurich, by Lyon, by
It doesn't matter. Answer my
by Arizona. Do you know what scholars say? The scholars say,
What shoe size
the
is
scholars say there are datings produced by, for example, Lyon, which gives you an earlier dating is due to contamination. Were you aware of that?
Are you? Well, you weren't aware of the palimpsest.
Are you
You're not
aware of that?
the Uthmanic of the
Are
time
you
that came
aware of
about.
what I'm saying?
You're not aware of the particular
Chris,
surah. Your argument then is that you reject the dating of the
no, not me
portfolio.
personally. The scholars.
He's not even
The
making an
scholars.
argument. What are you even arguing about?
The scholars. Now,
So do you accept what those say?
listen carefully, firstly.
Do you accept what they say?
Carefully, Chris. So now tell me, on the radiocarbon dating,
Slowest falling off a cliff I've ever seen.
radiocarbon dating, can we take the date in the middle?
Why are you obsessed with it?
Can we take it in the middle?
You can take the date at any point between the two ranges.
Even the middle, yeah?
That's why he wants to debate girls.
Yeah.
You take an average,
What
maybe
about-
that's much.
Right. So good. So now this is what I'm learning from you. Is this?
and you know how that
Sorry.
relates to my argument.
Sorry. I'll tell you why. So now Chris is telling us we can have a date in the middle or even an average to take the debate. Now, according to the scholars, What is the probability of that date being correct if it's exactly in the middle, average? Give me a probability.
My point is that you only accept carbon dating as a probability term from that metric alone of the dating of that particular object.
Do you know what a binomial distribution is?
Do you know quantum? Mate, I can ask you.
Do you know it? Do you know? Do you know?
When was Uthman's copy? When was Uthman's copy?
No.
Tell me the year.
Okay, let me now show it to you. Wait. Do you know what this is, right?
Yes.
This described as what?
Standard deviation.
Right, standard deviation.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
What is the probability that a particular data can...
Take the one with
Wait.
Do you
I'm
know
going to ask
the
you.
extremes of a standard deviation?